Hello, we're here at Roughting Linn petroglyph site in Northumberland, and I'm going to show you some. We've been looking for hours to find these. Oh, the light's gone down, but these are really quite. A minute ago when the light was hitting them, they looked brilliant.
We are so excited finding this. This has to be one of the best rock art sites that we've ever seen, and we've had quite a hunt for this.
Yeah, we've been looking for hours, going to waterfalls and through forests, going backwards and forwards. Well, this one's massive. Edwina, show how big that one is by scale.
Let's sort of spiral my hands around. So this is how big this is. And these are so tactile because you can just feel them with your fingers. A little cup in the middle followed by these concentric rings that don't quite meet here. But this rock is absolutely full of them. This is my favourite. Look at this. This one's quite deep.
Yeah.
And it's not as big as the other one, but it's so clear. It's almost as though it feels a lot fresher than the others. And you've got almost that little sort of cup mark in the middle and the rings around it. There's some really sort of unusual ones around here.
Yeah, these are really good.
I mean, you have to imagine, this rock is it's massive. It's absolutely full of rock art. I can't imagine how this would have looked thousands of years ago, about 4,000 years ago, 5,000 years ago. It must have been such a sacred place. It still is.
Yeah, it's absolutely covered in them, but this is apparently only a fraction of how many were on here at one point. When the sun hits it at certain times of day, they stand out more.
They stand out in the rain. This side is absolutely full of them. And one of the reasons why we've come up here is Pete's been using a lot of petroglyphs, as many of you know, in his artwork. And you know, quite often we end up going on the internet or in books to get the designs that you want. But there is something really special at actually coming to the site to see them because they're so tactile. There's an atmosphere here. It's beautiful. It's in a wood.
There's another big one.
Oh wow! Yeah, look at this.
We didn't see this one before because it's only when the light hits stuff that you can pick stuff out.
I've started making drums and I've asked Pete to use some of these designs in the inside hoop of the drum to really dedicate it to this place and these ancient people. You know, Pete, using ancient rock art in, you know, contemporary work, in work today, these designs are still, even though they're so old, they're so beautiful. There's something very special, very sacred about just being here in the sunshine in the middle of the woods and in Northumberland and just being with these sacred symbols. Look at this one. This one's quite square. There, you see that squareness of it.
Yeah, I'm going a little bit slow with the filming today because I tried some the other day and I'm making people seasick. But there's more than the eye can see depending on what the sun looks like. And when it rains, they look really great.
We couldn't see these before. Look at this one here. We couldn't see these before at all in the shade. But as the sun comes out, and I believe that when it gets to evening or early morning, some of them become more prominent.
Yeah. Whoop. See what these look like now that the sun's come out. Can see them a little bit better. So all these designs are things that I use in my artwork as pattern. 2,000 to 4,000 years, some 6,000 years, and some of them have been done over a period of a few hundred years when they've been tested. So they found on some of the rings the cup's been done and an outer rim, and then 100 years later or so another ring has been done. So these have been added to over a period of 600-700 years, some of them.
I mean, the more we're here, you know, the more we're seeing in the rock, you know, things that have Some are more prominent than others. Sometimes you can just feel with your fingers as to where they were, and then you see the changing light levels and then they become more obvious. This really is a magical place. We've just been to, this is not far from the meeting of two brooks, which is just over here, and this really beautiful magical waterfall that just cascades, that is not easily accessible. You have to go through the woods just over here and climb right down, and you can see this, you can be in this magical grotto. So I should imagine to people who came here that it was very meaningful to see these two brooks coming together and coming down in an incredible cascade of water and magic.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll take you to these ones again. Oh, hey.
Oh wow, there's so
Some
many.
more. So these newer designs that we're finding, I'll be appearing in the new artworks. Dead excited really, because it's like a magical mystery tour. It's taken about 3 hours to find this, because we've looked in books for directions, and it's nowhere. Edwin is saying a waterfall. It's about a quarter of a mile that way, and you're looking for a stone in the middle of a wood, so it's not very good directions at all.
But we found it.
Yeah, we found it.
Thanks to a local farmer.
Yeah, a local farmer said it was behind a rhododendron bush.
And that everybody gets lost. But
Yeah.
look at, I like these. These are quite unusual. I think I'd like some of these on that drum hoop, Pete.
Yeah, they'll be great, won't they?
These look amazing. These would go so well. These are like in an arch. Rather than a circle, they're in an arch with a little cup and another line there. So we have no idea.
Well, I'm gonna end it now, and I'm gonna take some stills photographs so that in different bits of light, because they keep appearing and disappearing. And I hope you've enjoyed this little bit of treasure we've found. Thank you very much. Bye bye.